We in there.
Hopefully.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, this is going to be attempt number 2. Hence why the glass is almost empty now.
Then I had to refill mine already. See, ain't no ice cube in there. Never.
I did not drink out of that glass yet. I made the ice to make a soda before you got here.
And you never.
And the soda you saw was sitting there. So you're welcome to add ice from that cup in there.
I actually may need to.
Yeah, wasn't touched. Pre-pod is always weird after we spent time with Zach.
Yeah, he definitely livens it up a bit. He definitely does.
It's like reliving a breakup. You know how you recycle for a little bit and you be like, you finally gotten past it.
He came to grab his things. That's
and you start feeling it again. Like, oh, we used to do this together. And then you got to start the cycle all over again.
Facts.
You know what? We're gonna jump into that after the intro because I used to be a fan of recycling, but I just realized the trauma I'm putting myself through. Well, 1 minute.
Yeah. Let's get it motherfucking popping.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I am what I am, and I'm going to be the very best of what I am. And for those who don't like me confidentially, I don't give a damn. I'd like to thank you for letting me be myself.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to the crib. We're at episode number
35.
Yep, 35.
He out there. 35.
I am Rahmonn.
I am Darien. And we in this bitch.
New week.
It's
been, well, it hasn't been a week for you guys, but
it's been
like
three for us.
But I am sitting here with new glasses and some new insight.
It's fucked up. I ain't even noticed the new glasses.
That's all right.
They're the same thickness, but that's
just crazy. I can see much better. Like she was like, try them on, put them on. I was like, wow. She was like, you want to wear them home? Hell yeah, I want to wear them home.
Right.
Oh, I should have been driving around the way I had those other
shit.
glasses on. But I can see close too. Notice I'm not taking you notice I didn't take my shit off to see the phone today.
That's facts. That is facts.
Yep. So and new outlook. So I'll get into that in a second. What are you grateful for, sir?
I am grateful for life. Grateful for being on this beautiful earth and trying to continue.
You want some lotion?
No, I'm good. Trying to continue to make this world better.
That's what's up. You had some really poignant points the last couple episodes. It would be weird. It'd be all this shit going on, and then there'd be this focus point that was like, damn, that was deep.
Yeah.
And we had some. I'll come back to that. My week was good. Since we last saw these guys, I celebrated my birthday.
You ain't say what you was thankful for though.
I didn't.
Nope.
No, I am also grateful for life. I'm grateful for experiences, growth, and evolution, which all have to do with. You hear people say all the time, if you had that magic bullet, would you go back and do it? But you wouldn't have the lessons you have to be where you are. And I'm grateful for all those lessons. Some of them super painful, but
lessons is a lesson, man.
Yeah,
you learn from everything you go through in life.
It's how you react after having learned the lesson.
If you continue to do the same bullshit, then you continue to need to be in the same fucked up ass predicament.
What do they call it? Insanity, right?
Yeah. You learn from that shit, build on that shit, and make it better.
But I had a good chill birthday week. I got treated to dinner Friday and Saturday night, which was cool. Miss Pam got me. So she has this painting in her house that I always thought was dope.
Right.
And like at least every other time I was there, I would point it out. She had somebody paint it for my birthday on canvas.
That's dope as shit. That's dope.
Bro, I was trying to hold in the thug tears. I was like, I don't know if you a hugger.
What's that?
But I'm going to give you a hug. No, it was super thoughtful gift. So
I'm not used to the sentimental shit. That's
no, super, super thoughtful gift. So that was dope. And I just got to find a place to frame it.
Right. That's what matters, man.
Yeah.
It's the thought that counts.
Yeah, but super low key, kind of cool. So, I'm at the age where you only celebrate the decade markers now. Right?
Yeah.
So you don't have a big celebration until 50.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see.
So it's 47?
Yeah.
Damn.
3 years away.
Damn. I'm sorry.
But aside from that, this week I got to be around I call this gentleman a mentor, somebody I met a long time ago, and had the opportunity to have a consultation with him. And I won't disclose the conversation because it was for us, but
Yeah.
just a real dope conversation. I had a 2-hour drive afterward on the way back just to like really sit and absorb and soak it in and like figure out how I'm going to execute upon all these ideas I've come up with and that were given during the time. So
Right.
just a great time. And I've been on this high ever since. I posted
Right.
like 3 times yesterday. Probably should have shot all of those right behind each other, but whatever. It is what it is.
It is what it is. He's excited. That's all that matters.
How was your week, sir?
My week was good. A week and some change ago? Went to DC, went to the African American Museum. That shit was dope.
Did you remember what I asked you? I know you didn't.
What?
I said you could do me a favor. There's something in that building that I'm dying to see when I go.
Uh-huh.
Can you take a picture for me?
What was it?
You forgot.
I did forget.
It's on the top floor in the music section.
Uh-huh.
Still don't remember?
Nah.
So you know who Jay Dilla is, right? Or
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
Jay Dilla's MPC is an exhibit.
Oh shit.
In the
We ain't
museum.
even get that damn far. My goddamn daughter was losing her fucking mind.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She ain't give a shit. Everybody else was like, oh, enjoying herself, but her ass was just being extra the whole time.
Y'all should have taken shifts, like to go downstairs while everybody else got to explore. Didn't work that way.
It had to be a team effort with her ass.
Really?
Yeah, we all had to be on her ass because she was going through it. Soon as we left, she was cool. Like why? Like we all wanted this. Like you ruined it. You ruined the whole event. Like, it had to be you.
That happened once with my youngest. We had gone to, this is back when I lived in Jersey, we had gone to the Camden Aquarium.
Mm-hmm.
Now, mind you, when we got there, I think the time it took to walk around the aquarium was less time than it took to drive there one way.
Mm.
And you know how when your kids are at that weird age where they can walk, but you know they can't walk far without getting tired, so you bring the stroller.
Mm-hmm.
Dude was going crazy, crying, wouldn't go in the stroller, so you had to hold the stroller and him the whole time.
Yeah, that shit annoying. That shit annoying.
Meanwhile, you're looking at, like, sometimes when I get up early, if I'm outside, I see the little baby fawns. Is that what they call them?
Mm-hmm. The deers.
The little baby deer.
Yeah.
You know, they've been born 20 minutes ago and they're fucking frolicking around and shit. And we pushing us around in the stroller. I still wonder sometimes.
Yo, that stroller is more for containment, for real. Because I know your ass can walk, but I want to keep your ass in this spot while we're going to wherever we're going. Like, you need to contain that ass.
Like, I remember my oldest, I would contain him by, we had one car seat, because you know times it's hard. You couldn't have 2 car seats. And so we switched it back and forth when we were in the house sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Put him in the car seats, drop him in while we're watching TV. You're going to be still. I like to.
Nah, that's what we did too. You put it. But my daughter used to just climb in her car seat. Anytime it was sitting anywhere on the floor and she was like by it, she would just crawl over to it and climb
like it was comfortable
in.
for her.
Yep. And then we had the little, little rocker swing and shit.
Yeah.
That shit was clutch. Shit rocking her and playing the music. I keep her ass right next to me while I play my game.
It's crazy the stuff that they make you grow out of because you're an adult, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I took this psychology class once and they talked about if you ask a little kid to draw me something, most, if not all, little kids will draw you or attempt to draw you whatever you ask them to draw you.
Mm-hmm.
But if you ask an adult or like an older child, would you draw me something? Some of them might say, I can't draw.
Mm-hmm.
And like drawing and coloring. And at some point, somebody told you that was childish.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's just kind of this belief that it's childish.
Yeah, they told me video games was childish.
And look at a $1 billion business.
Facts. This motherfucker's making money playing video games. Like making mad money playing video games. Like if I'd have started when I first became interested in video games, I'd be one of them streamers that's fucking up there right now.
You can still do it.
I can still do it. Nah, I am about to start streaming more though.
Okay.
Because Modern Warfare 2 just dropped yesterday.
Okay.
And I just got that shit. That shit's fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was playing that shit all day today.
Shit. But they should stop telling you to stop doing that. And I forget what was the original way to go back. I'm doing good. I haven't done this in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so why do they take things away from us? I think you should still be able to get in a little fucking chair that rocks back and forth, rocks you to sleep. Play with the little music. I mean, maybe you connect Bluetooth to it. It don't have to be the same fairy tale music. But maybe you had a little swing you could sit in that supported your big ass and it just loads you back and forth.
That'd be fucking love. You know what type of sleep you get?
Oh my God.
Bruh. You definitely gonna be late for work, motherfucker.
Got a little spot to put the essential oils. You'll be in the lavender, a little lavender in there.
That should be love. Fucking adult fucking rocker. That's almost what hammocks are. I've never been in one though.
They're complicated as fuck.
Yeah, I've always seen that it looked like it's complicated to get in. So even if I had one, like was around one, I probably wouldn't. I would try,
right,
just to see if it's really that complicated. But as soon as I fall once, I'm getting up. I'm leaving that shit alone. You're not gonna see me out there struggling to get in the hammock. I'm like, no.
I'm gonna ask you a question. So, Boss Man gave me this question. It was like a debate. I forget how it came up, but it was a debate between him and his wife. So, which one of these things are worse? You have the absentee father who has a chance to be in his child's life and chooses not to be, or the woman who, let's say, maybe courting two different gentleman partners, and let's say she ends up being with partner A, but in the meantime got pregnant by partner B. She discovers it, but never shares it with partner A. They have a long-term relationship.
Who's worse?
Yeah.
The chick. The chick is worse. Only reason why I say the chick is worse is because even though the dude isn't trying to be in the child's life and all that shit, courts will make your ass pay child support. So
okay,
even though you're not given the time that you need to give, you still giving some type of obligation to that child. Whereas with the woman's case, you ain't shit, bitch. Like you you let this nigga.
Hey, we made it 13 minutes where you said bitch.
You let this nigga think that this child was his this whole time. Let him take care of it, do all that shit, and you know it's somebody else's child. So when it does, I was about to say when and if, but when, because that shit's going to come out. When it does come out, you're going to be looked at as a piece of shit because you literally, everybody has a right to know if they're a child's father or who the father is, all that stuff. Everybody has a right to know. If you go in that and you don't know and you assuming that, it's like, I'll be fucking devastated if one day my wife randomly was like, yeah, your daughter not yours. I'll lose my fucking mind.
You know, I always think I would find out if I were to ever be in that situation. Thankfully, I'm not. Like you in the hospital and you need a kidney transplant,
and they not a match.
Everybody,
not a match.
And the doctor got to come tell you there's no possible way this could be your child because you're not a match.
I lose my fucking. I die. I have a heart attack right there. It's over because my blood pressure gonna go up. All that shit. Like,
See, I think I'm gonna play devil's advocate and give you another course of thought, and I don't disagree with you because I think in that case, the element of choice is taken out. Right? The dude. No, wait. Yeah, I think I'm about to fuck up because I think I'm saying it wrong. And that blinking light distracted me. The dude has a choice because that's what I was going to say. Now I got it because the woman had a choice too. Now I confused myself. The dude had knowledge, and then based on that knowledge, he had a choice to make. The lady didn't give the other guy a choice because maybe finding that out, person B would have been like, all right, it happened. You came to me, you're honest. I love you. We're going to work this through. And you have a choice. So I think in the situations, I would say, and I'm wondering, like, as I do all the time, I always wonder what the other person thinks. Like, are we thinking that way because we're men? Because I say, the poor child in first situation didn't have a choice. They don't get to have a relationship with their father because he made that decision for them. I mean, I guess
but
both.
see, in both situations, choice is taken out of. Yeah.
But even if even if guy A was a better parent than guy B, which is why I suspect
She wouldn't tell him.
she wouldn't tell him, because if guy B was better
By A?
than A,
Yeah.
even if you loved A, you would still want the child to have the better father. But then maybe you thought that A wouldn't forgive you.
And see, you're going to eventually have to know, like, because like what you said, like, health issues. Like, at some point, motherfuckers going to ask you what's your background and what your family had. If he never had anything, they're going to wonder how the fuck is it possible that this child had
Right.
something. Like,
Or even just trying to track your... I didn't find out my father was my biological father until I was a grown adult and had children of my own. And I would think back to all the years that you went to the doctor and they ask you like to fill out your family, your history. And I'm filling out all this paternal history that doesn't fucking matter in the grand scheme of things. And you never know. In a serious situation, they may be looking for something based on that history. And they're barking up the wrong tree because you don't have none of that.
Yep, you don't have the actual history that you're supposed to have.
So I'm going to ask you another question. And off air, I'll explain where the situation came from. So it's a real situation.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say, I'm pre-thinking. Let's say you were married to Jane. And I'm only saying Jane to take Tanisha completely out of the situation. You're married to Jane. Jane used to date your brother.
I wouldn't be married to Jane.
Okay.
Just
hear the situation now.
It's already over.
Hold on, tread lightly. Just hear the whole situation now. Whatever. Jane used to date your brother. Like, you didn't think it was serious or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all end up dating. You guys have a kid, and you're married. She already had a kid when you met. Y'all have a kid together. You're under the belief that this kid is your brother's kid.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What, the one that we just had?
No.
The first one.
The one you just had. The one that she had when you got into the relationship with her.
Okay, the one she already had.
So let's say this kid is 3. You're under the belief that this is your brother's child.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But, this is your wife. You stepped up. You're raising this child. And I'm sure she's told you not to say anything.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you know or you didn't know. Right? Years later, some other information comes out. So you're sick, right? You have an illness that doesn't have a good prognosis.
Mm-hmm.
And the information comes out that child actually wasn't your brother's, it was somebody else's.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm assuming you've gone through your whole life and occasionally you thought, here I am raising my brother's child.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you were struggling with money and you knew that this wasn't your child. I mean, you accepted it as your child, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When your brother's fine and well and there and around and able to do his part. It comes out later, outside of you knowing that that's not your brother's child. Would you want to know that?
I wouldn't really give a shit because it's a child that's not mine, that I'm taking care of.
But it's your brother's.
That's a weird scenario because I would never date my brother's ex. So
Okay.
I can't fucking fathom
So
it.
maybe you dated this chick and you never knew your brother dated him. And then she brought it up afterward. Like, you guys started getting serious.
And then I'm leaving her ass.
Wow, really? Okay.
I don't play them games.
You never let my scenario. You never play along nicely with my scenario.
I'm sorry.
So I know this person.
But if I find out it's somebody else's, I probably would be upset, but I wouldn't really give too much of a fuck because it's already, like, I'm already been taking care of it. I already accepted the responsibility of being in its life. It's not gonna change nothing.
If I were in that situation, if I was the dying man, I would want to know.
Mm.
And so in the scenario, let's flip it around. It's your step pops that's sick.
Mm-hmm.
We'll say Jack, just not to use real names. And you find out that your brother isn't really your cousin brother.
Mm-hmm. Your brother?
Right. Whatever you call that. Would you want to tell Jack?
I feel like everybody should be able to know who's parents.
In that scenario, I would have wanted to tell Jack, but Jack's brother wouldn't let him tell him. He thought it was irrelevant information, and why would he need to know that on his deathbed? And I just thought, me as a man, I'd want to know.
But I guess on your death, well, yeah, I guess people don't want you to
go with a clear conscience, and not a conscience, but just like. And you're right. In the grand scheme of things, what does it matter? I put the work in. I did it.
Yeah, but not only that, like on your deathbed, who wants to hear something? Who wants to hear something negative on your deathbed?
But maybe it's a positive thing. Maybe secretly you resented your brother all these years because he didn't step up and you're doing it. Regardless of whether you enjoy it or not, it's still a responsibility to step up. And he didn't. And you did all this time. I imagine you would carry some resentment around.
I probably carry some resentment, but in reality, I feel like I really wouldn't give a fuck. Like, it's just another nigga that's a deadbeat motherfucker that I'm taking care of their child. Like, it's okay, you wasn't a deadbeat, but this person was a deadbeat. But
he took care of his other kids.
He still was a deadbeat because he didn't. They thought it was his, and he didn't fucking take care of it. So regardless, there's still deadbeat tendencies.
He knew it wasn't. Your brother knew it wasn't his. Jane let you believe this all these years for whatever reason.
First of all. Well, I don't hear no paternity test, none of that. I don't hear none of that going on. Like, why is this waiting so fucking goddamn long? That makes no sense.
And again, a lot of the information came out way past when it initially happened, and there's nobody around to ask why. Well, if it's true, and why?
Yeah.
Well, the brother is. But that'd be weird to go up to that person after all these years. Like, hey, let me ask you a question. What do you think? But anyway, get back to the hypothetical. If it were me, forget that. To be able to get rid of that resentment, like, not really talking shit about Jane, but what did that do to that man all his life, if that's what he believed? Right?
It did change his mindset.
And you used to feel sometimes that you were treated differently than your little brother. Well, years later, when you find out that is not your father, okay, that makes sense. And then you hear this other story. It might be some resentment, like initially, when you're going through the struggle while you're building the relationship, there might be some resentment with the child, right?
Yeah. That is true.
And then you mature and grow up and you learn to get over that part, but you still went through it. And then how did that affect you? And how did that affect that child?
Yeah, that's... Because it will change mindsets and it will make you think different ways about certain motherfuckers in that situation.
And then imagine...
I feel like anybody that's not telling somebody is just a straight piece of shit. Like, I don't care.
But so that's what I was going to say. Like, imagine this is your mom. And then it started making you think about what kind of person they were. Like, typically we hold our moms as queens on a pedestal.
Nah, but nigga, everybody's mom got a pass. I don't care. Some of y'all moms is out there throwing that ass in a circle. Like, don't...
Oh, like when you start looking at grandma, like, damn, grandma has 16 kids.
Facts. Something was going on. Something was going on. But yeah, you're going to have some type of resentment. Somebody going to have some type of resentment in some way.
Lasting family traumas, man. They be crazy. Hypothetically.
I thought it was...
So we've concluded that we think that we still say the woman is the worst.
Yeah, that's what I feel.
Situation.
Yeah, that's what I feel. But you never know. It's probably me being a little biased.
Oh, here's what I was going to play devil's advocate, though. Think about the one. So we go back into the mind of the woman, right? Typically, most times, women are survivors and they make smart decisions. It's been proven in many different venues that they are smarter than us, right? So I could see a rational woman thinking this through, maybe, to a degree. little Billy is going to be great in this house with me and Mr. A.
Mm-hmm.
And so I want Billy to have something that I didn't have. And from what I know from Mr. B, he's not going to be able to provide that. So I'm just going to keep this to myself. Damn, I didn't even think about it. You know another reason why that's worse? Because now you've affected 2 fucking people. You're lying to 2 fucking people.
Yep. You ain't
3.
lying to this.
The child and the real father and the not real father.
He said in the first situation, ain't nobody being lied to. You know, he ain't shit. You know, you his kids. But, yeah, you lying to less people. First one, you lying to everybody. Everybody gonna resent your ass.
Yeah.
Everybody, even the kid gonna resent you.
You think the kid would grow up and be mad?
I think so. I would.
Especially nowadays. Like, it was like, nowadays it's so easy to get your DNA test. You just got to spit in the tube and send it off for $100.
Mm-hmm.
You can find out everything you want to find out.
That's facts. I'd be pissed. Been lying to me all these goddamn years. I'd be hot.
How would you react?
In which situation?
If we know you ain't no deadbeat pop, so
if I was a kid or if I was...
If you were a kid. You're 15, you had an injury playing football, basketball, chess club, whatever. I don't want to stereotype nobody.
Chess club. Broke my finger on the checkmate.
And they're asking you need a blood transfusion. Your pops show up. And both of your pops talking to the doctor outside the glass, and you're looking at him, and he's looking at that face, and you're like, "Oh, your dad can't give you blood." You're 15. You're old enough to put shit 2 and 2 together.
Yeah, I'd have been pissed. I don't even know how I'd react. Me and my dad might have to throw hands.
He didn't know. Well, you don't know that yet, but
I mean, apparently he knew if they behind the glass talking, and they're like, "Oh yeah,
you just found out when you did though." Remember the scenario? She didn't tell him.
Then mommy ain't shit, because she ain't telling me that this nigga ain't my daddy. Somebody ain't shit in this goddamn situation. I don't give a fuck what you say.
You think you would resent your moms?
I'd be mad at her. I wouldn't resent her.
Okay.
I would get over it after a while, but I'd be pissed.
And then thinking about, damn. Then you get older and you become a parent, right? And some of the shit your parents did starts to get, you understand it, or you can at least empathize with it where you couldn't as a child.
Mm-hmm.
So then now you get old enough. And imagine how you move because of what happened to you. Like, everything's like, it's really like that butterfly effect movie, like the little flap of the wing and how it affects everything, a string of events. I used to do these things where I used to love the TV shows where they would do like a what if on the TV show. And they would play out these different scenarios, whether the person was dreaming or daydreaming or what have you. And so I used to make my own versions of them. And I can show you how, if I didn't do something, how another thing wouldn't have happened.
That's about everything.
No, minor detail. Like I used to write them down. Too damn curious.
You try to hold on to that shit. That's why. Yeah, trying to collect them fucking.
I just be wondering. And again, it's dangerous. I don't do it as nearly. I used to do this shit all the time. I'm surprised I've never needed medication. Maybe I still do, but
you do.
Yeah, I self-medicate. I would do these little things like if this thing didn't happen, I wouldn't have met this person, right? But I think in the scenario, like the last time I probably did it is when I was looking at the 3 women I was married to. And if something didn't happen within all 3 of those, I wouldn't have met the next one.
True.
I give you a small, for instance, because I moved from home to be with my second wife in South Jersey. I left everything I knew, right? And then when that didn't work and we came back, I had to get a new job. Now, I had gone to school for IT stuff, but I couldn't break into IT because they said for entry level, you had to have 2 or 3 years experience, right? I'd already been working, so I had no time to just be an intern. I intended to work for AT&T for 6 months while I continued to look for an IT job, and then turned it into a 10-year career, right? If that hadn't have happened, I met my third wife while working at a store during my career at AT&T.
Okay.
Right? So if things hadn't happened the way they did in the second one, I wouldn't have part of the problem was I didn't finish the certification course. Something, we had a big family emergency, so I had to stop going to school, right? And then had to suddenly move. That's kind of why I abruptly took the AT&T job. So like, all right, it's retail, is quick. You know, I could talk to people. I know technology, it'll work. But had I finished, I probably would have had placement assistance and probably would have been in more of an IT
in a better
job.
place, yeah.
But then when you look at how it all trickles, right? Had I not done that, other events wouldn't have occurred, which then I wouldn't have moved here, which then I wouldn't have worked at the bank and then got pissed off because of who my boss was at the time, to then end up working at Staples twice and meeting you there.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Basically, it all goes back around to the
it's fascinating
saying everything happens for a reason.
Everything you think some shit doesn't happen?
No, everything happens for a reason.
I know a guy who would argue with you. He would say, no, some things just happen.
Yeah, some things just happen, but they happen for a reason. It just happened for a reason.
No, I tend to side with you on that one. Something,
like, even if it's something negative, something happened because of that, and something's going to happen or change because of whatever that negative thing happened. Like, everything happens for a reason. Regardless of if you're looking at, oh, it just happened because a motherfucker is stupid. Yeah, that motherfucker is stupid, but whatever this dumb shit that it just did, just probably changed something for somebody else. You never know.
It makes sense. Like I always say all the time, people don't realize the impact. Like if I go in a store, if I go to get coffee and I didn't sleep well, so I'm anxious and I'm cranky, and I couldn't make coffee at home, so now I had to stop. So which means I'm running late. So now I'm cranky. So then I get rude to the person in front of me, right? Which then it touches something in them. So now they're rude. So now they're rude to every person they meet. And then how does that affect them? Like I always say, people don't think about the chain of your, like there's times where I'm in stores and I'm pissed or I'm impatient. And I usually try and think, all right, they're going through this thing. Unless you're flat out rude, I kind of give everybody the benefit of the doubt because you don't know what
they're going through and
what they went through.
Yeah.
And I wish more people thought like that.
Yeah, everybody don't think like that.
They don't give a shit.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about what your life is going on, motherfucker. I don't care if you just lost somebody. Like, niggas don't care. Like, that shit's crazy. Like, you never know what somebody going through.
And even somebody who comes in hot like that.
But if they're consistently like that.
Yes, that's a problem.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
Then you just need to step out back and catch these hands because now you're doing that shit intentionally.
I have come across, there are some that are just always the way they are.
Need your ass beat.
Out, but,
need that ass beat.
Remember, looked like he used to run a slave farm. He's a customer. He always comes in. He sits over there, old guy. He wants everybody to run around and get his shit for him.
That motherfucker.
33. I gotta remember to bleep that out. But yeah, you just never know. So
don't be a dick. Try not to be a dick. How about that?
Yeah.
Everybody going through something in their life. Nobody wants to hear negative talks all day or hear motherfuckers put other people down. Like, the government already does that for us. Like, like we don't need to keep putting each other down. It's almost already so much shit that puts us down.
This is a true story. And that's why you always have a great send-off every time when you talk about do what you can do to make the world a better place.
Facts.
But that's something small that you have changed the whole life of a guy who's working on the cure to cancer or whatever. And because now he's unfocused, his flashlight is elsewhere because he's so irritated by your interaction that it causes him not to do something to make that discovery. Like, it sounds crazy and ridiculous, but
anything can happen. Especially from, like, what you say or people hearing from you and all that shit. Anything can happen from it. Something we say on here could probably be the motivation for somebody to actually do something great, like you're saying. Like,
yeah,
it's just what it is.
And that's kind of like why I don't embarrass so much telling stories, right? Because a lot of them are funny. Were they funny at the time? No. But my hope is that somebody could laugh at me and then maybe learn something and maybe save themselves that drama or trauma going forward. You know what I mean? But
shit, I'm cool with laughing at myself. I don't give a fuck. It is what it is. My life is my life. Shit happened. Hey, I'm still here though. Still alive.
yes, sir. We skipped TV, but The Watcher.
Yeah. You told me about that.
And then Susan told us on the break that was based on a true story. So I was like, oh shit, even crazier.
Yeah.
I'll start you all off. But by the time this comes out, most people should have watched. It's only 7 episodes. I won't spoil it for you, but I'll just tell the premise of it. It's this family. They live in New York. Husband, wife, 2 kids, boy and a girl. They moved to the suburbs. Big old house in the suburbs. And then some crazy shit starts happening. That's all I'm going to tell you.
You better be strapped.
You know, the whole time I was thinking to myself, when certain events had occurred, I'd have bought a gun. There's no way I would not have had a gun in the house.
Especially you out in the burbs. You out in the boonies or some shit like that.
But I don't want to discuss it.
Bunch of cornbread fed motherfuckers.
It was
Never
worse.
mind.
It was like rich. Like the house was, I think they bought the house for $3.2 million.
Oh. So rich crazy motherfuckers?
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of crazy people do. I mean, a lot of rich people do end up going crazy because they get bored. They just want to do extra shit.
Do you think you would get bored?
Fuck no. Nigga, I've been without for all my life.
But hear me out. So you go out, you buy your family the house or houses, whatever you want. You buy your piece of property, your investment property you talked about, so that you can have other people invent. You're going to buy your truck. You're going to buy your fast, ridiculous car, right? And that's the only thing I really see you splurging on.
My boat. I'm getting a boat.
Oh, and you just say you want a boat. I don't see you splurging on much else, right? So then the rest of it's going to be experiences, right? You're going to get to go back to the museum and maybe have somebody watch your daughter this time. You're going to travel wherever you guys want to travel.
Facts.
Then what's next?
More investments. Make more money.
Right.
This is all building for my kids. So no matter what, I'm going to continuously
But what are
do the same
you going to
shit.
do, right? Because I imagine in most of this, you have other people doing most of these things on your behalf.
Oh, no, I'm overseeing, nigga. I'm not.
Exactly. But how long is that going to keep your interest?
Forever, because then I got to start training my kids on it.
Okay. I was thinking, like,
And
I'm
then
not pressing you
when they
because I
get-
don't believe
When
you.
they get older and they have kids, I got to teach them how to train their kids on it.
I wasn't pressing you because I don't believe you, because I believe you won't. I think even if you're just in your big old house on your big projector, size screen, playing video games, traveling with your wife, you're going to be good.
Yeah, I'll be straight.
But you got to imagine other people.
Nah, yeah.
There's never been anything you've done and you're like, this is cool, I want more. And then you get to that more stage, so you got to, I don't want to use drugs as a reference, but you know, some people
chase that high.
chase the high.
Hey, don't chase too much of a high. That's
No, right. Like, I will use some thrill seekers. The first time I got in a big ass body of water that I could have drowned in, and I survived, and I kind of swam and I kind of took control.
Did you have
By
a life
no
vest?
means am I, huh?
You have a life vest?
Yeah, of course.
Okay,
And a
I'm about
pool
to say.
noodle.
I was about to say, nigga, you bugging if you ain't got no life. I don't
No.
give a fuck. I can swim, and then nigga, as soon as I go in a decent sized body of water, I need a life vest. I'm not playing. I want to get on them little sea dude joints.
Oh yeah.
I always wanted to be on one, but I need like 2 life vests. I want to make sure my ass float.
So I did it, and like I felt invincible. I felt great. Like my next one is, I want to do the
Zip lining.
zip lining. I'm afraid of heights, so it's gonna be another conquer. But I remember that feeling. Like it felt amazing. Like I felt invincible. Nobody could tell me shit after I did that, right? And I felt good. And that's kind of a high. And so I can imagine doing that, and then you want to do something else, because you want that feeling again.
Yeah, I see. I got that feeling when I was younger. I was scared of fucking roller coasters, like a motherfucker. Like all my siblings, like when we go somewhere like fucking Dorney Park or Wild or anything, they go to all the big shit. I'm on the teacups. Like I am not playing. Like I'm on the little train track with the little motherfucker. I'm sitting up front with the motherfucking driver. Like I was not getting on no real motherfucking rides. And then finally I got on we went to Dorney Park and I got on like a bunch of real shit. Like I got on once and I was like, this is fucking fun. And then I just kept going. And then what fucked it up for me is my keys fell out my pocket
Oh shit.
for my car.
Oh shit.
So we had to call my in-laws for them to bring the spare keys from the crib
All the way to Dorney.
all the way to Dorney Park. Nigga, I was so upset. The fucked up thing is, I heard these bitches fall out my pocket. We was we was going crazy. I was screaming and shit. All I heard was, dang! For a second, I was still hype. I'm like, yo, what the fuck was that? We on the way, night's over, we having a ball, talking about, oh yeah, we was doing that on that ride, blah, blah, blah. Wife goes, babe, where the keys at? I'm like, I don't got
And
the
then your
keys.
brain
Like,
flashed
then,
back to that moment.
yeah, I was like, yo, I lost them shits on that ride. And how you know? Because I heard that shit.
It wasn't like you
heard
get off and go look for him.
It was as soon as we went upside down. The motherfucker went, ting!
Them shits is gonna be a fossil one day.
That's facts. Fucking months later, they call us like, yeah, we found the keys. I'm like, y'all could just throw them shits in the trash.
No way they found them.
Yeah, they found them shits. So y'all could throw it. I ain't even had that car no more. like, I don't need it. Like, that shit was crazy.
But now, did it break it? Will you get back on the roller coaster?
I get back on the roller coaster, but ain't shit gonna be in my pockets.
Yeah. So that one was different for me. I went, it was the last year Sim was alive. We went to Six Flags, me, him, and another dude. And I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna remind me. Don't let me forget. Like I always forget. Remind me to show you this picture.
You need to write that down because you know I will forget in 2 seconds.
Because I'm thinking about it. We're getting close to the end, so I should remember. So they convinced me back when Nitro was a brand new roller coaster in Medusa. It was like it was the year 9/11 actually. I was 2001, and they said no. I was like, why are we waiting in this line? So we could be the first car. Now I did it. I went on Nitro, and then I went on Medusa's. They got me to go twice, but I'm not running back to it. Like, I don't think, and I think the stats of it, they went 80 miles an hour. The fastest one did. I do 80 in my car, but I'm in control of it. And I think that's the difference.
Yeah. Yo, another story. We was at Dorney Park, and I don't know what the fuck this ride is, bro, but they had an old school fucking seatbelt. My nigga, I thought I was going to fall out that bitch. We was going, and then I feel loose on my seatbelt, so I'm holding on to the front, and my nigga in the back like, Cass, put your hands up. Cass, nah, fuck that. I'm like, nah, nigga, the seatbelt ain't tight. I thought I was going to die, bro. That shit was crazy. That shit was adrenaline rush like a motherfucker, but I was like,
Now I'm sitting there thinking about it. I'm like, maybe I would. I don't know. Back then, you couldn't tell me shit. I remember this little girl in the 8th grade. We went to this little park, and I'm on just the Buccaneer. So just that shit that just goes back and forth, but real high. And the lady goes, I hear the lady talking to her daughter, and she says, "Oh, that young man doesn't not like this ride that much." Like, I'm calling Jesus, God, the apostles.
It's the ship that go back and forth.
Yeah,
bruh, same shit. That was my first attempt of getting on something that's like more towards the older kids shit.
Yeah.
Nope. It was so bad they stopped that bitch so I could get off.
Nobody gave me that grace. They just let me fucking scream for the duration of the ride.
I know, because when you was growing up, they're like, nigga, you gotta deal with it. Like, like when I was growing up, that's when they first started being a little lenient, because I was losing my shit, bro. I was scared.
How old were you? Do you remember?
It's probably embarrassing. Like, I had to be like 9, 10.
I was like 13.
Like,
yeah, because I was in 8th grade. I
ain't get on, my nigga.
12 maybe.
I got that on at like 10. And then the next time I didn't get onto a real roller coaster until I was like 25.
Yeah, I was probably 12, and the next time wasn't until 21, so 20 years ago.
Yeah.
30 something. Oh, no. That math's not right. 20, late 20s.
And I don't know what ride it was, but motherfucker, I had my eyes closed the whole goddamn time.
So did you even enjoy it?
That shit was
Do you
scary.
fly?
Huh?
Will you fly?
Will I fly? Yeah, I'll fly.
You've been on a plane.
I haven't been on a plane in years though.
Okay.
Last time, like I said, when we went to fucking Disney Wordland?
Yeah, we still never.
I don't. Y'all know whatever. Look, Google it. Goddamn it. Whichever one is in Florida, that's the one I went to.
I'm gonna show you the pictures.
I was like 6, 7 when we flew.
Oh,
yeah, I was a young boy. Yeah,
I used to fly all the time as a kid, and I never got.
It's over 20 years ago. Damn, that's something over 20 years ago for me. Wow, I'm getting fucking old.
What's your final thought, sir?
Final thought, as always, make sure you do everything you can to make the world a better place. Don't be a bitch. Get on some roller coasters. It might be fun. Don't get on roller coasters that goddamn them fucking makeshift amusement parks that pop up out of nowhere every couple of seasons.
Nah, I want some shit that's bolted to the cement.
That shit that they I seen a video, a bitch flew out one of them shits. I'm like, nah, I'm never going to no amusement park that just pops up out of nowhere. Carnival.
Nah, I hold your purse. That's my job at amusement parks.
He said, I hold your purse.
I just put my arm out and everybody slide their purses on. And I just sit there and went, oh, let me take a picture for you.
I am not with the shit.
I think I want to get on one. Now that I'm sitting here talking about, see, adrenaline junkie.
I know I need to get them passes for me and the family next summer because we going fucking ham next summer. We ain't do much this summer.
See, I don't need a pass. I only need to go once.
Nah, yeah. I mean, yeah, you right.
Me personally.
But I probably take the kids multiple times. Yeah. But me and the wife probably just gonna chill while they up.
Hold the purse.
That's facts, though.
My final thought. Remember, you're in control, and sometimes I forget to remember that I'm in control. And when I remember that I'm in fucking control, shit is all right.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had an opportunity to have something remind me this week to remember that I'm in control. I'm in control.
Right.
And what I want is going to happen because I'm in control.
Facts.
So remember, you're in control.
You are in control of your own destiny.
So listen and watch. You got way more time because this is nowhere near as long as the last two. So you got plenty of time to listen to it, then watch it.
Run it back.
Or
bitch.
watch it.
Run it back.
And listen to it.
Big back. And make sure you follow us on everything. Make sure you go to the YouTube. I keep saying this. Go to the YouTube and subscribe. Make sure you follow us on all of our social media. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, at Warm the Crib. On TikTok, we are Warm the Crib Podcast. TikTok, you better stop flagging us. People like our stuff. That's where we get a lot of our fucking notifications from. Yeah. But TikTok be flagging me. I gotta put on the video. TikTok may flag this audio, so you might want to follow us on everything. On everyone that I put that on, they didn't flag it. The ones I don't put that on, they flag it. Yeah. I think I just found the cheat code. Zach said just keep flooding that shit with the same video. I'm like, nigga, nah, I'm not. You go to my page, it's like 30 fucking videos with the fucking X next to the damn audio. Mm-mm.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Is it because of the profanity, you think?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
I thought a TikTok was a Wild Wild West like Twitter.
Y'all seen the last one. Where do old looking babies come from? That shit.
That's crazy. The first one, number 2 we did. And then I was like, we took it to the next level.
Yeah, it just got a little worse. But it is what it is, though. But we appreciate all the love and support that y'all give us.
Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm going to remember to show him that picture and remember something else. Until next week, we'll see you later, guys. Peace.
Finally timed that shit right.